Hello guys, it's Tony from takeactionnow.co.uk, and I'm just making this video to just show you a little principle, a little kind of like thing I was talking about with someone earlier on this week, and it's just a little like thing that I wanted to just let everyone be aware of, because most people, they don't really think about like internet marketing for what it is. So I want to just remind everybody that, I don't know, for the young people watching, you might not remember, but before there were ever mp3's, there was a thing called a 12-inch record. This was a big, massive black disc that you used to put a needle on top of to hear music. Can you imagine that? Okay, obviously I'm not that young, so I can imagine it. I used to, like, my dad used to have vinyl records. I'm sure a lot of people here know their dad used to have that. And even my first music thing that I bought was a like a vinyl record. Yeah, I had a little record deck. This was like, I'm not that old yet, because by the time I got that, like, I mean, I think that was the last record I ever saw after that. But anyway, so there used to be these things called 12-inch records. Okay, now these, obviously, like, you could only, because these things were so big, you could only, if you were a DJ back in the time of, like, or not even a DJ, if you were just a music fan, because obviously a lot of DJs still have vinyl records. If you're a DJ, you're probably like, what are you talking about? We still use vinyl records now. But anyway, how many records can you walk around with? This is where I want to prove my point about what I'm saying here. How many records is it normal for you to walk around with without breaking your fingers off or hurting your back? Because these records are heavy. I'm telling you, they are big, chunky, clunky things. And I just want to show you what technology does. Technology solves people's problems. It takes what is necessary out of a situation and deletes everything that's not necessary. Now, in the subject of a record, the only thing that's necessary is the sound that comes out of the record. So technology, they took the sound out of the record, and they have no need for the big black disc anymore. So the record evolved into the MP3 file. Now I just want to show you something. When you take out everything that's not necessary, it just leaves you with what is necessary, and your operation can become much smaller, but your operation can become much more efficient and effective. I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I was going to carry around my favorite records with me, if I was really a collector and I really love music, I might have 150 to 200 records. Okay? And then I would brag about it to all my friends, and I'd be like, look at my record collection, it's so big. Now, they're all looking at my 150 to 200 records, and they're thinking, yeah man, this record collection is so big. Let's fast forward that to 2013. You can now walk around with 30,000 records in your bag or in your pocket. You can have a hard drive which holds 30,000 records on it, and it can fit in your bag. If you tried to hold 30,000 of these vinyl records from back in the day, you would need a truck. You would need like a huge room to fit that many records. this is what technology does. It takes what is necessary out of a situation that is becoming inconvenient. Now, again, remember, this is what technology does. It takes everything that's inconvenient out of a situation and leaves only what is needed. So now people can walk around with 30,000. You can even walk around with 100,000 mp3's in your bag. All you would need is like a 1 terabyte or 2 terabyte hard drive. You could fit 100,000 songs on it. There's no way you could fit 100,000 vinyls. You would need like an industrial sized room. You would need a massive room to fit 100,000 records in it. And I mean, just to even find the record that you want would be a nightmare. And this is what I'm saying. This is what technology does. If I want to find the song I want out of my 100,000 records, all I've got to do is plug my hard drive into a computer, or if I open it up on my iPod, I can just search for the exact title I want. Within 5 seconds, I found what I want. So we can definitely agree that technology can make what would seem impossible completely possible, right? If you had said to the guy with 200 to 1,000 records that in the future you're going to be able to have 100,000 records and you'll be able to fit that in your bag, do you think he would have believed you? He wouldn't have believed you. He would have said, no way, that's not possible. How could you fit this many records into such a small space? Not understanding that once you remove all that's not necessary, you can have the efficiency of just having the tune. In its data, it doesn't need to be in a big space. So it can absolutely, in the future, I can imagine like a small hard drive the size of this being able to fit like 200 terabytes. I can fully imagine it. Knowing what I know now, I can fully imagine it. If I hadn't seen this now, I could never imagine that. But I can imagine it now because I know that that's what technology does. It takes everything that's not convenient and strips away what's unnecessary and leaves the efficiency and makes things more and more efficient. So now we understand what technology does. I just want to ask you a question. Do you think that technology only does that to our entertainment? What about in terms of earning money? Doesn't technology solve problems and make things efficient in that department as well? The answer is absolutely yes, because the same way as we had the 12-inch vinyl back in the day, we have the 9-to-5 job, which is what people have had since back in the day. And then we fast forward to 2013 and we have internet marketing. Okay, so the earning potential in a 9-to-5 job, obviously we know that there are jobs that pay more than this, but I'm saying on average, the average normal person has a job that pays between £800 and £4,000 a month, right? Yeah? If you've got a high paying job, you might be able to stretch that to like maybe like 10,000. A month. And that's if you're getting paid a lot of money per hour. But now we have a thing called internet marketing, which means that we can make money without necessarily working for a person. We can sell something over the internet. And we can sell things that are not gonna take up space. We can sell information. Okay, so we can potentially sell a book, an ebook, an audio file, an mp3 file, a video file that never needs to be stored in a warehouse. So we have no storage costs, we have no overheads in terms of having a shop front premises, anything like that. We can set up a website, and then we can buy advertising space, and we can sell a product on a website on the internet. And we can sell, let's say I have a product that costs £10 and it's an ebook or an audio, and I sell 1,000 of that product every month. That's £10,000 a month. And as I've said, that's only one product, by the way. So let's say we had 10 products and we sold 1,000 of each one of those products. That's 100,000 per month. And I'm not saying that this is the only way or the exact way to do internet marketing. There's many different ways to do internet marketing, but what I'm showing is the same kind of ratios between a vinyl. You could only stretch it so far. You could only like walk around with maybe 150, 200, maybe even if you were Superman, you could walk around with 500 records. I don't know how you would even carry that. That would be like a big massive van you'd have to walk around, drive around in. But what I'm saying is, there were limits to this because it had a lot of unnecessary parts to it. In the same way that your 9-to-5 job has a lot of unnecessary parts to it. The idea of a job has a lot of unnecessary parts to it. You are required to work from early in the morning till the evening. Why? At the end of the day, time is not necessarily related to money. This one you get paid by the hour, this one you get paid by results. If I provide people with what they want to buy online, that's what I get paid for. If I find the people that want to buy what I have to sell, that's what I get paid for. This one has an earning potential which is limited, because when you sign up for a job, you're getting paid by the hour, and there's only 12 hours in a day. Even if you get a raise by 50% or 100%, there's only 12 hours in a day you can sell. This one is unlimited. You're not getting paid by the hour, you're getting paid by the result, you're getting paid by the quantity you sell. And it's completely unlimited. So, if you want to get into internet marketing, which has an unlimited earning potential, in the same way that the mp3 has an unlimited potential to it, there's going to be a time when people are walking around with like 1 million songs. I mean, right now, even using things like Spotify, you'll basically walk around with every song that's ever been made in your iPod. So I was about to say, in the future, you're going to be able to walk around with 1 million songs. You already can walk around with 1 million songs, because with Spotify, you can just download every song that's on the iTunes catalog. So it's like, this is what I'm saying. You don't want to be the guy who's still insisting on using vinyl. You don't want to be the guy who still insists on just earning all his money or her money from a 9-to-5 job. I'm not saying quit your 9-to-5 job, but I'm saying educate yourself, because there's another way of earning through internet marketing. Yeah? Okay, thanks guys. I hope this video has been helpful. And if you like the content in this video, then log on to takeactionnow.co.uk and put your email address into the mailing list form, or come to my Facebook page and ask me how to get involved in internet marketing or how to learn more about internet marketing. Yeah, and I will give you an invite to one of my free events that I do about internet marketing. And yeah, we can get rolling, guys. So let's get in contact. Let's make moves. Let's move into the future from the past. Let's not stay in the past forever, guys. Alright? Tony from takeactionnow.co.uk. Thanks, guys.